The warnings ignored. The galactic void was silent, an expanse of infinite blackness dotted with the cold light of distant stars. For centuries, the Galactic Council had whispered rumors about Earth, the death world of Sector 14, a blue-green planet, nestled within a solar system too hostile for most species to survive. Its gravity was punishing, its atmosphere a volatile mix, and its ecosystems brimming with creatures as dangerous as they were diverse. The humans who thrived there were said to be unparalleled in resilience and unpredictability, a species forged in the crucible of chaos. But no one had dared challenge them outright. Until now. The Zevrak Armada, a fleet of over 1,000 warships led by Supreme Commander Cathal Vrex, was the pride of the Korath Dominion. Their conquest of 8 neighboring star systems had been swift and decisive, their might unmatched across the galactic quadrants. To the Korath, Earth was merely another stepping stone in their path to galactic domination. Cathal, confident in his fleet's supremacy, dismissed the ancient warnings about humans as primitive folklore, the stuff of campfire tales and frightened traders. They are but scavengers from a backwater world, he declared with disdain, his voice echoing through the grand halls of the Korath High Command before his fleet's departure. Their time ends now. As the Armada prepared for its journey, the Korath media celebrated their bold advance. Broadcasts filled with triumphant predictions painted Earth's fall as a foregone conclusion. Yet, in the shadowy corners of the Dominion's capital, whispers of unease persisted. Old veterans and seasoned merchants exchanged hushed warnings, their faces etched with unease. But their words fell on deaf ears. Cathal's arrogance was absolute, his confidence unshakable. And so the fleet departed, its shimmering hulls gleaming against the void, bound for the Sol system. Arrival in the Sol system. The Armada entered the Sol system with unparalleled firepower, their arrival marked by the sharp hum of faster-than-light drives fading into silence. Massive dreadnoughts, bristling with weapons capable of obliterating. Moons, flanked by swarms of fighters, cruisers, and carriers, created an intimidating spectacle. Even from a distance, the fleet's sheer scale inspired awe and terror. Earth's orbital defense network activated immediately, its ancient satellites blinking to life like slumbering sentinels. Within moments, a single message was broadcast. Across all known frequencies, "This is Earth. You are entering restricted space. Turn back." Cathal leaned back in his command chair, a smug grin spreading across his face. "Primitive threats from a primitive species," he sneered, his voice dripping with contempt. He ordered the fleet to advance, their formation tightening as they moved closer to the blue-green planet. The Armada's sensors scanned the planet, meticulously, detecting no significant military presence. It seemed Earth relied on automated satellites and rudimentary planetary defenses. To Cathal, it was laughable. The first strike was swift. A Korath destroyer targeted one of Earth's orbital platforms, unleashing a barrage of plasma torpedoes. The platform exploded spectacularly, shards of metal scattering like fireflies against the void. Cathal watched with satisfaction as the debris began to drift. But before the wreckage could even settle, something unexpected happened. The fleet's communication channels went dead. Every ship's systems flickered, and then silence. No alarms, no data streams, just an eerie, oppressive quiet. Cathal barked orders, demanding status reports from his officers, but his crew was unresponsive. The ship's lights dimmed, the hum of the engines ceased, and the view screens went black. Panic rippled through the fleet as the same phenomenon occurred across every vessel. Within minutes, the mighty Zevrak Armada was adrift in the void, powerless and vulnerable. And then, the real horror began. Day 1. The vanishing survivors from nearby systems reported seeing the Armada enter Sol. However, no one saw them leave. The transition from an overwhelming show of force to utter silence was as chilling as it was inexplicable. When a Korath scout ship arrived days later to investigate, it found nothing, not even debris. The entire fleet, over 1,000 ships and their millions of crew members, had vanished without a trace. The Galactic Council convened an emergency session in the wake of the Armada's disappearance. Holographic projections of anxious representatives filled the chamber, their faces drawn with fear. Speculation ran wild. Some believed the humans had unleashed an ancient superweapon hidden beneath Earth's surface. Others whispered of cosmic entities that protected the planet, guardians of some unfathomable power. A few dared suggest the Korath's own hubris had doomed them. Desperate for answers, the Council sent an emissary to Earth, requesting an audience to uncover the truth. Their message was clear yet cautious, crafted with the utmost diplomacy. The humans responded with a single chilling reply. What Armada? A-10. Unseen Forces Galactic scientists descended upon the Sol system, their vessels bristling with analytical equipment. They combed through the area where the Armada had disappeared, searching for any clues. What they found defied comprehension. Faint traces of tachyon emissions and gravitational distortions, unlike anything seen before. The anomalies suggested advanced technology far beyond known capabilities. Theories emerged about interdimensional warfare, cloaking devices that bent, space-time, and even weapons that erased matter itself. But there was no definitive evidence, only fragments of a puzzle no one could solve. Meanwhile, Earth remained eerily quiet. The humans carried on as if nothing had happened. Their trade routes remained open, their diplomats cordial. It was as if the Zevrak Armada had never existed. To the rest of the galaxy, the silence was deafening, a stark contrast to the fear it inspired. 3:30, the message. A month after the Armada's disappearance, a signal was intercepted by a Korath relay station on the outskirts of their territory. The message was garbled, distorted by interference, but fragments of Cathal's voice could be discerned. Do not approach Earth. They are not what they seem. We were wrong. The signal ended abruptly, leaving only static in its wake. Efforts to trace its origin failed, adding another layer of mystery to an already confounding enigma. The message only deepened the fear spreading across the galaxy. What could terrify the supreme commander of the Korath Armada? 6 months later, the return. One Korath ship reappeared. A single frigate from the original Armada drifted into Korath space, its hull scarred and its lights flickering. Recovery teams boarded the vessel with trepidation, their weapons drawn. Inside, they found it eerily empty. No crew, no signs of struggle, just a single line etched into the command console. They warned us. The ship's black box contained recordings of the fleet's final moments. Static-filled transmissions hinted at something unnatural. Shadowy figures appearing on ships, crew members vanishing mid-sentence, lights flickering, followed by agonizing screams. The final recording was Cathal's voice, a chilling whisper. We thought we were the hunters, but we were never prepared for them. The aftermath. The Korath Dominion declared Earth a forbidden zone. No ship was permitted within 100 light-years of Sol. The Galactic Council followed suit, marking the entire system as off-limits. Earth's reputation as the Death World was solidified, and humanity's enigmatic power became a cautionary tale across the stars. But on Earth, life continued as usual. Humans went about their days, blissfully unaware of the terror they had inspired. Or perhaps they knew exactly what had happened and simply chose to stay silent. Because sometimes silence is the loudest warning of all.